All right, I wanted to show you what I have here on the driver rack assembly. Just make sure we're all on the same page. Hide this real quick. Okay, so as requested, broke these top and bottom pieces into four pieces. It's actually just two parts. So there's four of these and four of these for each one. Just machined them down here on the ends. Little 632 flathead screw goes through and secures there and there. Same thing on the other side. Vertical parts here, holding on the vertical. In the past, these have had to be slotted because we needed to be able to adjust these rails up and down in order to mate up with a feed-through card mounted in a chamber wall off to the side, because we don't have to worry about that because the feed-through card is going to be on the same rail, located on the same rail. Just got tapped holes here going through the sides. Same driver guide rails that we use for the CC3 drivers, since the components are close to the edge. So you got a little shelf to set it on, slide it in. Here's what I did on the extender board. So basically you needed to create a little shelf for it to sit on. So it lines up, turn around here, it lines up with these through holes on the board on each side, and has some 632 screws that go through the bottom. This piece here, I'll hide this one. So we've got some 632 tapped holes here on these rails. And so on these little shelves, the 632 screw, it goes through, feeds up into that rail and locks it into place. And so what that does, you'll see here, is this height is equal to that height. So the bottom board heights of where the extender board will mount will be the same as the height there on that rail. So the extender board goes through here, mounts. One thing to note is you got to put the bottom one in, then the top one, then the next one, and the next one going up, in order to avoid interference as far as getting screws in, but not a big deal there. We've got good clearance here on the bottom as far as no connectors coming through and making contact with that rail. So then when you add in your driver, it'll slide in right here along the guide rail. I've got it resting on the bottom edge of that rail right now. It goes in and makes nice good contact there with the extender board, and you end up with a situation here where this is all sitting inside. You see those handles are still backed off a little bit from this front edge. There's plenty of room there. This front face right here will mount to the back side of our little door on the front of the equipment rack. If needed, I hadn't really dug into this yet. We could put some feet back here, somewhere similar to what we did on the CC3 driver rack, where there were just some little metal feet to support this back side. I'll do something similar to mount there. Try to keep as minimal parts as possible. I can probably put a couple of through holes, say here and here, to where you can put feet down there, or maybe right in this area, somewhere where they can easily be located, but you don't have to create a whole new part to do that. So wanted to go ahead and send this over, let you take a peek at it, so you can see what I come up with there. Like I said, this will mount to the back side of the front door on the equipment, or on the equipment rack. So